Good morning. So we're gonna check our coolant here, and it's 04:30 in the morning, and as we can see, she is way down. We went to bed last night, it was up here, and that's just from sitting overnight. So I want to know where all that fucking coolant went. It's not on the ground. There's nothing on the ground. Obviously, we looked last night. The engine didn't get sprayed with it. It's not sitting down the bottom of the tray or down the bottom of the pan of the engine. It's 4:30 in the morning. Not exactly where I want to be doing at 4:30 in the morning. That's wet. That's not coolant down there. That's just water. No drips, no drabs, no nothing. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. So we're gonna turn this, we're gonna top this up. We're gonna turn this load. And then we're gonna get this girl into Freightliner. Major piss off. It really is. That just took about half a liter. Well, actually a little bit more than half a liter. So not happy. This is what happens. This is called the price you pay for doing business. This is just one more bit of bullshit for all this aftermarket or after treatment shit. Yeah, let's put together an after treatment program keep the environment clean because of the great state of fucking California. Let's rush it into production. Let's stick it on the trucks. And let's make sure it doesn't work so it costs us $1 billion a year worth of repairs and downtime. Oh well. That's an endless argument. Huh? That's our morning so far. See you in a bit. It never fails. It never fails, eh? The road right now is wet and dry, but I just did my delivery in Lakewood, just outside of Cleveland. Technically, you might as well say it's Cleveland, right? But the weather was like this. It was just doing that mist, you know. But as soon as you roll in and pull your brakes, the fucking sky opens up, right? Like I was a drowned rat by the time I got all those straps off and got everything all put away. Got my paperwork signed, thanked the guy. Get back in the truck, change my clothes, punch in my coordinates to where I'm going down to Sugar Creek. I didn't pull out of the fucking driveway. Rain stopped. Now watch this. I'll bet any one of you is a fucking $1,000 right now. It's 87 miles down to Sugar Creek. It's going to be like this all the way down there, and I guarantee you I got to go into Sugar Creek to Belden Brick, and I'm going to Plant 6. I'm going to pull up the driveway of Plant 6, and the sky will open up. It will start raining again. I took my clothes, and I just hung them up. I'm just going to put them back on again. I'm not going to put on a new set of clothing for this. I'll just wear the same wet clothes again, and then take them back off again. But it never fails. It never fails. And like right now, it's just mist. And I hate mist as well. Like make up your mind. Either rain or don't rain. But friggin' mist. So far, and I quickly popped the lid open on the front of the truck. And there's no issues. It's holding all right. Well, this is one of those dilemmas. And I was sitting there thinking about it afterwards. Okay, when your coolant is hot, it fills your reservoir, it expands, and it's higher. So when I checked it last night, it was at a certain level, and when I checked it this morning, after the coolant was cool, there is a certain level you expect it to drop, right? So I maybe didn't take that into it. I didn't account for that. I was so wound up and so being overly cautious here, that there's maybe a chance that, I don't know, maybe that's not. When I opened it yesterday morning, okay, it wasn't just down a little bit. It was well down below the line. So I know that coolant was gone. It was out of there. So I topped it this morning. You guys saw that. I'm gonna leave it alone all day. I'm not gonna touch it, not gonna fuck with it. I'm just gonna watch it all day. We started rolling fairly early today, so I'm gonna be parked probably fairly early tonight. And we will check this again when I get parked. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check it before I go to bed, because by then the truck should have been off for at least 4 or 5 hours. We'll check it then, and then we'll check it again in the morning and see all three, see the difference between all three. When I get parked, when I go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning. So look at this. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera, but look at the leaves are turning already, eh? Leaves are already turning. The 6th of September. The leaves are already turning. This is Dara's favorite time of the year, fall. She loves it. And I think she's gonna, another couple of weeks, she's gonna make another week trip out with me when the leaves start turning and the weather gets a little cooler. She loves that, so she might be coming out again in a couple more weeks. I just need the leaves to change a little more. It's not bad. They're still green. It's not bad today. Today's Tuesday, so it's 19 degrees. 9 o'clock in the morning. Not bad. Not bad. Humid as shit though. I can deal with heat. Give me heat. I'm good with heat. Damn humidity is what chokes me. I don't know anybody that likes humidity, that likes hot, humid weather. And it's funny how it can be 15 degrees but be humid. You know, and you're cold and you're clammy. That I hate even more. Well, I think I gotta change my thinking around today. I'm hating a lot of shit today. Pretty negative, eh? Well, let's get this turned around. Get ourselves into a good... You know what it is? I just figured it out. I have not yet had coffee this morning. I have not yet had my coffee this morning. Alright. There you go. We figured it out. We will be stopping. You know what? I don't give a damn. The first J loves TA, Pilot, Petro. Don't matter to me. Coffee. I want coffee. We're lasered in. Alright, talk to you after I get my coffee. I might be in a better mood. I might not. Well, I was wrong. We got no rain. It looks like we're gonna get some, but we got no rain. So I'm gonna put my wet clothes on. I'm about to pull into the lane to get loaded. There's a guy just finishing up his tarps. I love watching guys tarp. Everybody does it a little differently, but then you'll see the odd guy that's like really, really good at it. Like, I can tarp loads. I'm really good at tarping loads. But then there are some other guys that make mine look like amateur hour. And you know, you look at it, you look at the load on the trailer and the tarp job, and you go, my God, that looks like, you know, it looks like a Christmas present. You could literally put it under a Christmas tree. It's so perfect and so beautiful. And I'm looking at one right now. It's just a young guy too, really young guy. He's got her wrapped up, and absolutely, like, if I was to walk up both sides of his trailer, one up one side, down the other, I don't think I could pick off one single thing wrong with that tarp job. It is immaculate. Immaculate. It's almost like it's a dying art form, you know, tarping. It's almost like it's a dying art form. You can always see the guys that just throw the tarp on, couple of straps, couple of bungees, tie it down. You know, it looks like a big old balloon going through the air. I hate that. I hate that. You know, I made a point when I was younger to learn how to do it, right? First of all, I don't want to look like an asshat pulling a balloon down or a parachute down the highway. And second of all, you know, that's somebody's freight under there that you're protecting, so I don't want any claims. And you know, it just doesn't look professional. And you know, the name of the game is to be professional. So I'm gonna take my professional wet ass and go out and professionally load. Well, I'm not gonna load it, they're gonna load it, but I'm gonna strap and tarp this professionally loaded load. So hopefully they get, oh, look at that, they're not wasting no time. There's my guy, he's gonna jump right on this. All right, let's get this loaded and let's get the hell out of here. See how far we can make it back up. I've got 8 hours 36 minutes left on my shift. I've got 7 hours and 50 minutes to drive. I'm probably gonna blow off about 40 minutes here getting loaded. So I would imagine I'm probably gonna be somewhere, I'll still have I should still have 7 hours and 50 minutes. So let's say almost 8 hours, 10 minutes shy of 8 hours to drive out of here. So I should be able to make it well
well into New York State, probably up 81. So if I really play it hard, because I don't need to take my half-hour break, so I can leave here and drive straight. If I can play it straight and I catch some breaks here, I can probably make the bridge. And if I can make the bridge, then I can make it to the yard. But if I don't make the bridge, I'm probably looking at probably Mexico, New York, or Parrish, New York, somewhere around there. I might actually just stop at Mexico anyway, and just they got a really nice restaurant in there, so I might just jump in there and grab a nice meal tonight. Anyway, let's load this and get out of here. So this is awesome. I just found out that this is a 2-part load, and the other half of this load is already gone. You got eight cubes, right?
No, evidently. Must have been some kind of mix-up with the numbers here, but you said this would give me it for the last one.
Yeah.
So you're actually talking about almost 6 cubes. One cube's got a few bricks short.
Almost 6 cubes.
Yeah.
6, okay.
Oh, these are heavier than I thought.
Put, you know what? There's your center, like 2, 4, 6.
Okay.
Got it?
Alright.
So, as I said, YouTube, baby. I'm on YouTube. Don't worry, you're not in it. I can't see you.
I don't even like the thought.
You what?
I don't even like the thought.
He doesn't even like the thought of being on YouTube. You got it. It's right on. So I will get to this eventually. It's a 2-part load. So I'm getting the leftover. The first half of the load already left with 21 cubes. And I'm getting 6. So I'm getting about 12,000 pounds. Damn. 12,000 pounds. My biggest problem is that I'm gonna have to fold my tarp over twice to cover just 8 cubes, because the tarp is 27 feet long. Nice problem to have. It's not bad. Young guy doesn't want to be on YouTube. Hey, he should stick a GoPro up in the corner of his forklift, and he could probably give himself, or on this actually, yeah, on this side. Actually, imagine he puts one on either side. He'd probably run himself a decent little channel and get paid while he's working. Anyway, he's not messing around. Huh. I'd say he's done this before. See that look? He just looked over here. I don't think he's too thrilled at being filmed. Oh well. It's not like his wife, girlfriend, mother, or, sister. It's not like any of them are going to see this. But if you live in Sugar Creek, Ohio, check this guy out. I actually just had to do mental math. How many straps do I need for this? It's like, holy shit. 2, 4, 6. I need 6 straps. 12 corners. I think I'm working too hard today. You know what? I'm not. I deserve a load like this. Every once in a while you catch a break. I'll take these. You don't get these very often. No. Oh, hold on. You guys hear that? Clippity clop. We are in the heart of Mennonite country here. That is how you get 26 miles to the gallon right there. Oh well. All right, we'll get back to you later. All right, so we cheated. This is not the prettiest load I've ever loaded. 7 cubes, and their forks won't reach to the middle, so I had to have one, which is this one, and then an empty spot on the other side of that one. So it makes tarping a little more difficult. So what we did is we tarped her all down nice and pretty on the back. What you do when you do this is don't roll open the whole tarp. Roll open only what you need, and then you can neatly start to fold the corners or the sides back in again, and then roll it like that, and then you tuck it up tight, and then next thing you know, you've got. So then one across the back. Sorry, it's a little glitchy, a little cranky here. I'm not using the stabilizer. Same thing here. Now this is not my tarp because it's got a rip, but I can't do jack about that. That's on the company. That's what they give you to tarp it. That's what you use. So as you can see, I'm missing 1 cube right here. So yeah, it takes a little finagling, folding, but at least it's solid and it will go down the road and it won't balloon up. That's what I'm telling myself. So, oh, make sure these, did we check? Yeah, we make sure we tighten those back up. So we're good. I'm gonna go scan the paperwork and send it into the office, and I be gone. So we got the picture of the coolant when I parked. It's it's just before 7 o'clock. It's about 5 to 7. So that's where it is. I'm probably not going to bed for a few more hours, so I'll take another picture of it just before I go to bed to see if there's any difference. We'll take a picture in the morning to see where it sits. I had a couple of really good ideas today. A couple of guys called me. Nevada reached out, gave me a couple of ideas, said, here, check this, this, and this. One thing I like about this business and I like about this community is the new technology. Sometimes my head is still stuck in the old ways of doing things and the older trucks and everything. These new young guys coming in usually have a pretty good perspective, and a lot of the times they have a better idea of how these new trucks work than we do. That's not to say that I don't have an idea of how my truck works. I do. But the newer systems that are been put on this truck, that's all they know, right? A lot of these guys, they don't know any different between like the old 60 series, the old N14, the old 3406 cats, you know, the C15s. They don't know that. Whereas my head's full of that shit. These guys, all they know is the new DD15s, the you know, the X15 Cummins, the, you know, the PACCARs and Volvos. And so it's kind of cool that when I've had a couple of guys, like I said, Nevada reached out today and said, make sure before you do this, check this. Fuck, you know what, makes sense. Now I had already, believe it or not, the idea that Kyle came up with, I'd already thought of, and we were actually going to maybe do that already anyway. But then, you know, talking to him, then I was on the phone with him for about an hour, and there's other ideas that the younger generation and the way that they think, I don't necessarily think that way. Or I'm slowly coming around to thinking that way. The new generation or the younger generation of drivers, they don't know any different. That's the way they think, and it's good for them. It's good for us. Sometimes I realize I have to shut the fuck up and listen to some of these guys and girls. You know, I got another guy. He
started investigating, he sends me a message. He's going, here, before you do this, check this. Before you do this, check this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that one there, I never even thought of. I didn't even know that. So it was quite interesting. So I've got some more options of what it might be. We're still gonna do these. I'm gonna look at a couple of these options before I run it into Freightliner, because it could possibly save me some money. Like I said, like I said before, if it is the EGR valve or cooler, an IH guy had a really good point. The hell did I know? It's probably not the valve. It would be the cooler, because the valve wouldn't be on the hot side. And how the fuck would I know that? Right? Young guy, he knew. So, shout out to IH. Thanks, brother. But again, they know the new technology. So, we're going to run some tests on it tomorrow. Possibly. I'm so stubborn, eh? It's like, okay, well, if I can just make a trip out to Chicago and back, be home by Thursday, I'll take care of all this Friday and over the weekend, and then I don't lose any time off. I don't lose any miles, I don't lose any money. I don't know if I got to stop thinking like that. I don't know. It's just hard for me to think like that. It's like, okay, well, the truck's still getting 8.5 to 8.8 miles per gallon. Everything's fine. I'm not, depending on how much coolant I lose tomorrow morning or what it looks like tomorrow, then I'll make that call. Maybe. Anyway, I'm sitting here with my dinner getting cold. So, dinner tonight, barbecued Italian sausages, which I brought from home. A boiled egg. I know this is a really weird combination, but I really like it. So, a couple of pieces of old cheddar cheese. Now, there was way more than that. I've been nibbling. And a bubbly, which is in the fridge, and I'll pull that out in a minute. So, that's the day. It was a successful day. Offloaded, where did I start this morning? I started in North Kingsville, Ohio. Went into Cleveland, or Lakewood, got offloaded. Down to Sugar Creek, got reloaded. I'm not far from Syracuse. So, I've done okay today. It's been a good, productive day. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to eat my dinner. You guys have a good night. Do me a favor and hit the like button. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you down the road.